Today, we are going to take a look at the latest installment in the Russia hysteria. Some of you might remember a clip that went viral back in November of 2015 at the University of Missouri.
Hi, media. Can I talk to you?
No, you need to get out.
Well,
you need to get out.
No, I don't.
You need to get out.
I actually don't.
All right. Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
This school has since experienced a massive drop in enrollment, large budget cuts, and many of their classes being removed. Well, you would be surprised to hear that Russian trolls on Twitter were also behind the hysteria leading up to this event. At least that is the newest installment of the Russia propaganda. According to Riverfront Times, Russian Twitter troll fabricated claims of KKK invading Mizzou campus in 2015. One day after the resignation of University of Missouri System President Tim Wolf, in the midst of protests fueled by dissatisfaction with the response to racist incidents on the Columbia campus, rumors began to bubble on Twitter that the KKK was in town. But those rumors were false, and encouraged by a Twitter troll whose activity indicates it was actually part of a Russian-linked troll campaign that utilized a strategy similar to the one deployed in the US during the 2016 election. Had later deleted the Facebook post and issued an apology stating that he'd been misled by multiple incorrect sources. Now it looks like one of those may well have been a Russian bent on mayhem. You would have more difficulty finding something that Russia didn't supposedly have their hands in, as elites are now claiming that our own constitutional rights are being used against us.
Of course, they, as you have seen, they parroted Black Lives Matter to try to broaden the racial divide in this country. Fascinatingly, they also trumpeted the Second Amendment. Apparently, the Russians are very big fans of our Second Amendment. They don't particularly want a Second Amendment of their own, but they're really glad that we have one.
Russia hacked our election. Of course, still, after more than a year, nobody even knows what people mean when they say that. Remember back when Barack Obama said you could not hack the election?
I don't even really know where to start on answering this question. Of course the elections will not be rigged. What does that mean? The federal government doesn't run the election process. States and cities and communities all across the country.
Russia hysteria has taken up nearly the entire focus of Congress. Today even, the Senate turned down the most recent deal to grant amnesty to 1.8 million people in exchange for $25 billion in funding for the border wall. Clearly, hysteria is much more important than fulfilling the promises made to the American people regarding the wall, not the dreamers. To ask for a wall is nothing more outrageous than asking for a door for your house. At this point, I'm just going to wait for somebody to accuse Russia of being behind the Russia conspiracy. Well, come to think of it, the Democrats were working extensively with Russia throughout the years. Their Uranium One scandal comes to mind, of course.
The Russians said to the Trump people, "We can help you." Donald Trump Jr., love it, bring it on. The Russians did it with Wikipedia, and Trump therefore used it 100 times on the campaign trail, encouraging the Russians to steal from Hillary Clinton, okay?